Tom Homan is caught up in a little bit of a controversy. A big controversy, a bribery controversy. What? And Trump was asked about it. I'll show you Trump being asked about the reporting that there is audio of undercover agents sitting before the Trump administration started, when it was expected Tom Homan was going to have a position in the Trump administration. Obviously, now he's the border czar. And what's his voice?
Look, it's very Smith. I've noticed it in the media.
Yeah, so it's impressive he was able to set up bribery schemes and people could understand him. But maybe he was saying something different. But because he doesn't seem to enunciate a lot, they heard give me $50,000, but he was really saying something different. Maybe. But apparently there's audio of the undercover agent sitting and agreeing to exchange giving him $50,000 for government contracts once he's in the administration. That's the scheme that allegedly he had running. I'll show you Trump's response, but first, more background. Bombshell report claims Trump DOJ shut down probe, of course, the Trump administration shut this down, into alleged $50,000 Tom Homan bribe. MSNBC did this report, and Tom Homan was being investigated under the Biden DOJ for allegedly accepting a $50,000 bribe. Reporters broke this story. Undercover FBI operation. The FBI recorded Tom Homan, now the White House border czar, accepting $50,000 in cash after indicating he could help the agents who were posing, so they were undercover, but they were posing as business executives, win government contracts in a second Trump administration. Then the story goes that the reason they hadn't brought a case yet is because given bribery laws, it would be important for them to actually, if Trump became president, then Tom Homan got a position for these law enforcement figures to actually wait until Homan gave a contract to someone to bust him, right? $50,000 in cash? Was this like in a briefcase? The FBI and the Justice Department planned to wait to see whether Homan would deliver on his alleged promise once he became the nation's top immigration official. So yeah, see if he actually did the thing, and then you can really get him on bribery. So let's see what Trump had to say about this. He has, just get ready, it's a very long response, so this might take a second for you to listen to. He had a lot of thoughts. He had studied the case. He had analyzed the evidence, and his take was this.
Did you see the reporting on Tom Homan accepting, on UNGA?
That was it. Now, here's what's annoying. Unless they deleted the audio, whenever the Trump administration, and this is what Levitt started saying, accuses the Biden administration of lying about this, or the current people who leaked it are lying, they could just, like the Epstein files, they could just release it. We could hear for ourselves. Is there ever $50,000 in cash being handed to someone and them accepting it and it being for something okay? Who's ever given $50K to someone in cash and it not been for something criminal? I don't know. But one thought that I was having was, I've told you before that it's weird how people who are alleged criminals, this is a criminal act or close to it, I think, look so criminal, look so villainous. Like if I were trying to cast someone to be at the center of a bribery scandal, it would be Tom Homan. I mean, look, and that's not anything to do with his looks, just how he appears. Like, watch this video and tell me this guy hasn't accepted $50K.
I'm taking this seriously. I don't sleep well at night because I'm afraid of the people that are walking the streets here every day because sanctuary cities will protect them. Sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals, bottom line. So we're going to do everything we can to find them, regardless of what it takes. We got a strong president in the White House that's giving us all the authority we need. We're coming.
And the thought I was having was like, this has been tickling me since I put this in the segment. It's like, I don't know if I would buy it. I don't know if I would buy it that he accepted a bribe if he looked like this. You know, like a little tweak to his look. And I think maybe I'd be like, all right, no, he looks like a nice guy. And that's not a hair thing. Because some of the best among us don't have hair and look very trustworthy and kind and everything. But just the whole Tom Homan vibe, like you're meaning to tell me this guy said, no, don't give me that $50K in cash. I don't want to give you a government contract. Come on. Take it down. But really, this guy took $50,000 in cash? The funny thing is, I got ChatGPT to make this image. I can still see Tom in there, though. So I still think this guy would have. I don't know why they can't find, like Stephen Miller. Okay, it sounds like I'm going after people without hair. It's not that. But who else in the administration? Who has a great... JD. JD has hair. But when he goes out and talks, it doesn't... You're not like wowed by his charisma. And I think they would have less scandals if they had less villainous figures in the administration. I'm trying to think of someone else just with a real good head of hair who still looks like a villain. Because I said JD, he has hair, and still seems pretty. Or like Levitt. She seems nice. No, she also is kind of your epitome of a propagandist. So,
what a stupid question.
Well, okay, it wasn't a question. It was a statement. But let me show you some CNN legal analysis about this.
This morning, there is new scrutiny on President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan.
While you're watching, please do, if you appreciate the show, click the subscribe button, free, and then order yourself, did I say that already? No. Order yourself some Pep, drinkpep.com, family business, gut-friendly, active probiotics, no artificial sweeteners, no artificial colors. And as Trump said, I don't like when something's artificial, that Cole found when he talked about AI. And in this case, that's true, drinkpep.com.
Homan. Multiple reports indicate Homan was recorded accepting a bag with $50,000 in cash from FBI agents posing as business executives in an undercover sting operation. But the Justice Department closed the case under President Trump. FBI Director Kash Patel and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche said in a statement that the investigation, which began during the Biden administration, found, quote, no credible evidence of any criminal wrongdoing. Joining me now is CNN senior legal analyst Elie Honig. All right, I want to go back to you in the prosecutor's chair.
Yeah.
So there's this allegation that there's a recording of Homan taking a bag of cash from agents posing as business executives before he becomes the border czar. And in this exchange, authorities allegedly say, look, we were waiting to follow through on this, seeing if he would actually give these government contracts that were being asked about to the people who gave him.
While I'm thinking of it, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., hello, villain. Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, if Tulsi Gabbard, it always sounds so aggressive. It really does. She's beautiful, and so is Tom Homan. Everyone's beautiful. No, it just sounds wrong what I'm saying. But you know what I mean? Like the way they act, the calculation, the maliciousness that comes through. It's more about how they speak than any looks thing. Elon? Actually, I would never cast him as a villain, jumping up and down. That's not really villainous, but you get the point.
The $50,000. So when does a bribe become a bribe, and why is this case closed?
So first of all, free legal advice for everybody. Do not accept $50,000 in a bag, just as a general rule. Now, my prosecutorial antenna are definitely up at this scenario, but it's also important to understand the bribery laws can be confusing and at times confounding. So one of the potential issues here is it's not necessarily a crime for a person to take a bribe, a benefit, on the promise of, if I get into office, I will do something for you. There's some very confounding law. I don't like it, but that exists out there that says you have to wait until the person gets in office. The other complication is the exchange in a bribe is some benefit, cash, for an official act. And the Supreme Court, just in 2017, said that an official act cannot just be setting people up with access, getting people meetings, getting people in the door. It has to be something specific, like casting a vote in a certain direction. And so you need to, and by the way, if you don't like that decision, it was unanimous. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg agreed with Clarence Thomas in that one. So I don't like it, but it has nothing to do with partisanship. So those are some of the nuances that we need to know details of and that prosecutors would be doing a deep dive on.
I am worried wherever the Epstein files went is where this audio tape is. I'm worried we're not going to get it, because that's the aggravating part about the reporting saying there's audio. But then I don't have the Levitt clip, but you could imagine she says, oh, this is a hit job, fake news. But it's not like a lot of the other stories where we're not going to get the actual evidence. We don't know. It would be in an audio file somewhere. So to prove his innocence, just release it, because they have it. But I think I've said before about Tom Homan that there is something that's going to come out about him. I thought it was going to be that a part of the Nome story that we didn't know, the Chrissy Nome story, was that he actually taught her how to kill puppies. I thought it was going to be that, like, he, for fun, volunteers to put down dogs. But it wasn't that, and it was this. But I knew there was going to be something. I don't know if that's even a thing you're allowed to do, volunteer to put down puppies. But if someone would, if you like put that on the internet, oh, volunteer, put down 10 puppies a day, at a pound, then this is so dark. And I was putting that offer out there for some reason. And then Tom Homan came in for an interview. Oh, yeah. I mean, of course. It's you. You're hired. Obviously. I thought it was going to be something more like that. Or like he's on the... I don't have to keep going. But it's this. We knew there was something. And I think I said that before. There's something with Tom that he's hiding. And now, allegedly, it is this. So not a surprise, but pretty shocking, nevertheless.